The Blue Jays offense comes alive in Game 3 of the ALCS between the Blue Jays and the Seattle Mariners. Mariners leading this one 2-0 going into Game 3, going back to Seattle, T-Mobile Park. Shane Bieber versus George Kirby in this one. Let's get right into it. Top of the first inning, Springer's going to ground out. Lucas will strike out. Guerrero reaches on a single and a throwing error E5. He'll advance to second, and Anthony Santander strikes out. Mariners get through a clean first inning. Bottom of the first, Randy Arozarena is going to lead off with a walk. Cal Raleigh flies out. Randy steals second base, and Julio Rodriguez, his third of the postseason, a 2-run blast, gives the Mariners that early 2-0 lead. Completely, the T-Mobile Park explodes. Those Seattle fans are absolutely die hard, and they want to get their team to the World Series for the first time ever. So, early 2-0 lead. Jorge Polanco is going to hit a ground roll double. Naylor will strike out, and Suarez pops out. So that's end of the first inning, 2-0 Mariners. Quick second inning, Kirk's going to line out, Varsho pops out, and Barger flies out. Bottom of the second, Canzone strikes out, Robles strikes out, and Crawford strikes out. Bieber strikes out the side in the second. Top of the third, Clement doubles, and Andres Jimenez, a 2-run blast. It's his first of the postseason, immediately ties it up 2-2. George Springer flies out. Nathan Lucas will single. Vlad Guerrero Jr. follows it up with a double. Anthony Santander will ground out to first base. Kirk walks, and then Nathan Lucas will score on a wild pitch, 3-2 Blue Jays. Dalton Varsho will immediately follow that with a 2 RBI double, and it's 5-2 Blue Jays. The Blue Jays offense that was dead the first 2 games has now come alive. Barger will ground out to end the third, but it is 5-2 Blue Jays. Bottom of the third, trying to answer back, Randy will strike out, Raleigh pops out, J-Rod singles, and Polanco flies out. So, fourth inning now. Clement will strike out, so will Jimenez. George Springer, his third of the playoffs, a solo home run. 6-2. Lucas will ground out, ending the fourth. Ending top of the fourth. Bottom of the fourth inning, a 1-2-3 inning for the Mariners. Naylor and Suarez will ground out, and Dominic Canzone strikes out. Top of the fifth, Vlad Guerrero Jr. hits his fourth of the postseason, a solo home run, 7-2 Blue Jays. Santander will walk, and that brings in Carlos Vargas. They kind of left George Kirby out there to dry. You want to get innings eaten up at this point. You've got 3 back-to-back games, so you want to get your starting pitchers at least kind of deep. The leash immediately got long after the game got a little bit out of hand. Kirk is going to single, Varsho pops out, Barger flies out, and then Ernie Clement with an RBI single, but Alejandro Kirk is thrown out. He is literally the slowest player in the league statistically, and he's thrown out at third. But run scores 8-2 Blue Jays. Victor Robles lines out, Crawford singles, Randy Arozarena reaches on a fielder's choice, and Raleigh strikes out, ending the fifth inning. Blue Jays are up big in this one, 8-2. Top of the sixth, Jimenez leads things up for the single. Springer will follow that up with a single, bringing in Caleb Ferguson for the Mariners. Nathan Lucas grounds out, gets the RBI. It's 9-2. Vladdy is intentionally walked. Miles Straw strikes out, and Alejandro Kirk makes it 12-2 with a 3-run blast. It's his third of the postseason. Dalton Varsho will follow that up with a single, and then Addison Barger grounds into a fielder's choice. Kind of weird. It seemed like Josh Naylor may have forgotten about how many outs there were, because he gets an easy ground ball to him, but he throws it to second base to get the out. 1-2-3 inning for the Mariners in the bottom of the sixth. The offense just didn't have an answer for Shane Bieber through 6 innings. J-Rod strikes out, Polanco grounds out, and Naylor grounds out. Top of the seventh, Clement lines out, Jimenez singles, great game for Jimenez. He advances on a wild pitch. Springer strikes out, but then Lucas will ground out. Bottom of the seventh, Shane Bieber's done. We'll bring in Fisher. Suarez will single. Dominic Canzone grounds into a 4-6-3 double play, and then Victor Robles will pop out. So 6 more outs left for the Mariners in this one. Luke Jackson comes in for them. Vlad Guerrero Jr. hits a double. Great game for him as well. Miles Straw will ground out, so will Kirk. And then Guerrero advances on a wild pitch, and then Varsho will strike out looking. Bottom of the 8th, Yariel Rodriguez comes in for the Blue Jays, gets Crawford to fly out, and then back-to-back home runs. A little bit of momentum maybe for the Mariners. Randy's going to hit his first home run of the playoffs, a solo home run, and Cal Raleigh a solo home run right after that, his third of the playoffs. Rodriguez will fly out, and Rivas will strike out looking. So 3 more outs in this one, but the score's 12-4, right? So Addison Barger leads things off with a solo home run. The kid from Seattle, at least from Washington, I think. It's his first of the playoffs, and it's 13-4 Blue Jays. If there was needed another nail in the coffin, that was it. Clement will ground out, Jimenez lines out, Springer singles, and Lucas will ground out to end the top of the 9th. Mason Fluharty comes in for the Blue Jays to close things out. Harry Ford singles, Suarez strikes out, Ford advances on a wild pitch. Mitch Garver will pinch hit, he'll fly out, and so will Victor Robles, he grounds out to first. Final score in Game 3, 13-4 Blue Jays. 13 runs on 18 hits, no errors, and 7 left on base for the Blue Jays. 4 runs on 8 hits, the error, and 4 left on base for the Mariners. Just not a ton of traffic, but they were able to do some damage in this one. Shane Bieber gets his first win of the playoffs, well-deserved, and George Kirby gets the loss. Bieber's my player of the game. I know there was a ton of offense in this one, but the Blue Jays were desperate for a good outing from a starting pitcher, and they got it. Bieber had the 6 innings pitched, 8 strikeouts, 4 hits, 2 earned runs, and 1 walk. My game notes, J-Rod obviously had the early go-ahead 2-run blast, giving the Mariners an early lead, but then the Blue Jays offense completely wakes up. Jimenez with that 2-run blast, his first. Varsho with 2 RBI double, Springer's 3rd home run of the playoffs, Vlad Guerrero Jr.'s 4th of the playoffs, and Alejandro Kirk's 3rd of the playoffs. So the big names on the Blue Jays did a lot of damage in this one. Also put that Randy and Big Dumper had their solo home runs to kind of get the Mariners a little bit of momentum, but it wasn't enough. So Game 4 coming up. Seattle's leading this one 2-1. We'll see Max Scherzer versus Luis Castillo.